Hi. Hey, how are you? It's day-oyabunmi back with another episode of Messages from Ori. How are you? I hope you're well today. As you can see by my glow, it is finally summer. I love summer and I'm so excited. So, just wanted to say that. Just needed to share that. um so today I'm actually channeling messages that could potentially save your life. Okay? Seriously, so I want you to listen closely to these messages, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading on this topic or any other topic, please check my website, daydreamaustin.com. I also have Ifa readings there or Head-Orisha readings there. I have Ifa-Orisa related ebooks, online trainings, and I also have a book that teaches you how to read tarot intuitively on your own. So please check it out. Okay? Great. So today I'm using 3 decks, the Morgan Greer Tarot. I'm using the Words from a Rune Oracle deck and a personal message deck that I created, okay? All right. So I've already called on, my highly benevolent, elevated guides, guardian angels, my own consciousness, my own high consciousness to come forward and share with us messages and advice that could potentially save our lives. Like, this is some serious shit, okay? So let's jump right into it. I hope as you're watching this, you're well, that you're feeling strong in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, that you're hopeful. Because if you ain't got no hope, what's the point of all of this, right? What's some life-saving advice that my viewers are going to need today? Life-saving advice. Okay. So we're starting off with the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. I do not like the 7 of Swords here with these 2 other cards. Life-saving advice. Some of you need to be careful of sexually transmitted diseases. You have someone that may be really playing around behind the scenes, doing some things that are really out of line. This could be cheating. Okay, this is very disturbing to me. For some of you, there may be someone who you're connecting with who's trying to hide the fact that they have a sexually transmitted disease or infection, and they're coming towards you anyway. Like they know what it is, but they're still gonna try to be with you. So you have to be very careful and be very, very discerning. For some of you, someone is really trying to disrupt the connection, a union, a relationship in your life. Like, someone really wants to disrupt the relationship and bring enmity, trouble between you and another person. Be careful, guys, because there's someone who wants to leave you destitute. For some of you, this is around a house situation. Be careful of partnering up or on signing for a house. It could leave you in a really bad place with this 5 of Pentacles here. Like, you might, be dating someone, or this could be a family member, right? A friend, where you guys are talking about maybe getting a house together. But I feel like there's something in you, and this is not for everybody, but for some of you, there's something in you where you feel that this might not be a good idea, but you're like gonna move forward anyway, and this person doesn't have good intentions. So you might actually end up losing the house and being poor, or something happens where something gets taken from up under you. Okay? Be careful of physical attacks. For some of you, this is domestic violence. If you're in a situation where you know that someone can't control themselves physically, when it comes to like their anger and they turn physical, you have to be really careful at this time, because I just see their passions really flaring up. And you see this person is injured, right? So be careful of that. If you have children, and be careful of what they play on. For some reason, this is bringing to mind like those swing sets and slides and stuff, be careful, because I see that there's a potential for a child to get badly injured. A child also is being bullied. If your child is acting different, you may know about this, but if you don't, if you see some changes in behavior, it's because your child is trying to hide the fact that they're being bullied in some type of social setting, social situation at school or a day camp or something like that. Don't allow anyone to play around with your finances right now. Someone might offer to take some money from you and double it, triple it, or someone may come to you with a get rich quick scheme. The divine is saying no. Do not fall for it, because this person is going to run off with your money. Be careful of scammers in your inbox, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Just be very careful, okay? In the comments, don't get caught up, because there are people out here who are literally trying to take stuff from you and hurt you. For some of you, this also indicates like the need to go to a doctor, to see a doctor about some type of repair. I'm hearing that's weird. Some of you have had some type of injury that hasn't been dealt with correctly, that wasn't dealt with correctly when it happened, and now it's starting to really bother you. For some, this is your shoulder or your arm. For some, it's your legs, your knees, could be hips, but there's a need to replace those, like a replacement knee, replacement hip, or just get surgery or something. Don't keep putting it off, the divine is saying. Excuse me. I'm just hearing potential injury. Be careful of potential injury. For some of you, you have to be careful of your passions kind of flaring up to the point where you're having physical altercations with people. So you want to be really careful of that. The divine is saying be careful. I'm hearing of gunshots, explosions, car accident. Really mind yourself. Be careful of road rage. For some of you, you have to be careful of your ego getting the best of you, because you might go into a situation thinking you can overpower someone or overpower people, and you won't be able to, and the tables will turn, and you could end up getting really hurt or losing your life. So that's a very important message for someone. Life-saving advice with the 9 of Pentacles here. This is so interesting. I've never seen it like this before. The divine is saying be careful of being too flashy. Some of you are being watched. Like if you're flaunting your wealth on Instagram or, different platforms, if you're talking up your wealth and what you have, or being too flashy, showing things off, there's someone who may be watching you, who may want to take it from you. This is also just if you happen to be out and say you go somewhere and you have like a lot of name brand stuff on, or you have like your necklace, you have some big gold or diamonds on. Someone could be watching, so just be very careful of your surroundings, because there are hungry people who will prey on you, right? Don't act like it can't happen. Anything can happen at any time, so keep your eyes open. Again, there's something about being careful. If you can prepare for, like, save for a rainy day, I think that would be a really good idea with this 9 of Pentacles and this 5 of Pentacles. Saving for a rainy day could potentially, like, save you some really serious struggles in life. Like if you get a lump sum, save some of it, put some of it away. Try not to use it all on like frivolous things that won't, that are just not sustainable, that are not important, because you're going to need it. For some of you, be careful of a fire sign who's going to come towards you, and they're going to be someone where you feel like they're in a position of power or some type of authority, or they know more than you, and you're going to be willing to listen to them. And I'm receiving that for some of you, this person does not have good intentions, or their intentions are fine, but they just don't have the knowledge to truly help you. So don't give them, control over your life. Don't give them control over aspects of your life. This could be in readings too. Like, you might think someone's such a great reader and you have this idea and you go to them, and then when you follow their advice, things fall apart. The divine wants you to kind of really check in with yourself and your own intuition. Like, something someone is telling you or giving you can end up being detrimental to you. And you'll think because of this person's, looks, or, oh, they have this way about them that, they'll be on the up and up and everything will go well, and it won't. Okay? Be careful with being immature in your reactions. There's a need, especially over the next couple of months, to be very careful about how you respond to things, because your response can lead to some type of injury. Again, be careful of fight. Be careful of fight. Some of you might go to a celebration and the celebration turns deadly. Really pay attention, because when I'm out, I love going to parties. Like, I'm not the type of person who thinks that you have to be spiritual and you can't go and have fun. I go to parties. I love a good reggae party, a good dancehall party. But if I'm out and, say it's New York and a party don't end till 4, but at 1 o'clock I'm getting this strong feeling to just go, I'm gonna leave. Like, it's not that serious, Like, really follow those inclinations. Or if you're about to go somewhere and something happens to stop you from going, sometimes that's a blessing, it's a good thing. So just be careful, because there could be something that happens at an event that could put you in danger, or the people you're with in danger. This is not life-saving advice, but for some of you, watch your possessions at gatherings. This could be at family gatherings. Try not to put your stuff down and leave it too long. I see there might be somebody who wants to take something from you. What else is life-saving advice for those watching? Life-saving advice for those watching. Potentially life-saving advice for those watching this video. Some of you are being given a heads up about a situation, a person, or something like that you really need to pay attention to, with the devil here and the Ace of Swords. The divine is saying that you get warnings all the time and they come through, but you don't trust yourself. You don't trust the divine. And you kind of just like push it to the back of your mind. For some of you, you're in a position of power and someone wants to take your power from you. Be careful. Oh, I felt that in my gut. Be careful of stabbings. You have to, even if you're someone who has a lot of fire and passion, a lot of pride, right, and ego, and when someone steps to you, you're with it. You're with the shits. You're ready to go. This is a good time to fucking back off, because shit is real out here. And things don't go the way you think they will. You know what I mean? So just be very, very careful. If you have a strong feeling that someone is doing spiritual work, and every, bout of hardship in your life is not witchcraft, but if you have a very strong feeling that is happening, please go and get some help with it. Go to a trusted elder. It could just be somebody in your life who's a very strong someone who can pray their ass off, like that, has the gift of prayer. You can go to them. It doesn't have to be like physical spiritual work. There's people who has such ashe in their mouths, so much power in their mouths, that they can break a spell, sever witchcraft right away with just that. With the words from Ori, we have cleanse and protect your family. So there's just different things going on. Make sure to, smoke out your house or pray as you're sweeping. Do some type of rituals over your house. Pray over the people in your house as well for their protection and safety. Pray that they're in the right places at the right times, right? And pray that they're avoiding the wrong places, the wrong people, the wrong environments, okay? What else? Potentially life-saving messages. For some of you, there's a potential for overdose, or this is someone you know where there's a potential for overdose. So be very careful. With the Desire and the Devil card, there's just potential for doing something that's harmful for you, but doing it to the point where it's overkill and it literally can hurt you. Some of you may be having or may have a psychotic break. If you're really losing your shit, like, know the difference between having spiritual visions and having a psychotic break. If you're really losing your shit, go and get some help. With the Devil card, seeing things and having visions here, don't just take everything as something spiritual. If things are going too far, right, really check in with yourself. Go and get some help, because you may actually put others or yourself in danger. For some of you, that negative talk within could lead you to do some type of self-harm if you're not very, very careful. So please, 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 speak up. If you have a trusted person around you, tell them how you're feeling. Go to a doctor. If you need to go on pills for a little while, do that to stop yourself from hurting yourself, okay? Keep praying. Your prayers are not in vain, right? Put in a spiritual request. They are being heard, even if you're not sure that they are. For some of you, potentially life-saving advice is so interesting is that you need to express yourself. Like, you need to just say out loud something. Say you're walking down the street one night and someone's following you. Don't just get quiet and walk faster. Start screaming, make a lot of noise, because that could scare people off. I've had to do that in New York before. Like, some guy rolled up on me and was doing something inappropriate, and I just started, and I bet you he calmed his ass right down, because now people are looking. People are paying attention. Be careful. Be careful of falls with the Leap card here. If you're going hiking, if you're doing anything where there's a possibility of falls, I want you to be careful. Vision card comes up. It says focus on what you desire, not what's missing. Some of you are getting too focused on the negatives in life and the things that have happened to you that are just that have made you unhappy. And there's an incessant focus on that. But what that does is it brings on like depressed feelings. And like I said, for some of you, you have to be careful of getting to the point where you're now willing to hurt yourself. Okay? Please don't do that. And with the chaos here, be careful, chaos card here, be careful of the environments you're in. Really pay attention to the way things feel, because I feel like for some of you, your life can be saved in the next, the coming weeks and months by just tuning into the energy of a space that you're in, knowing when to leave, knowing when to kind of back off and not confront something or someone. Like, there's just a need to be careful of the chaos that is, just out there, right? Like the temperature, the energy is right for things to just kind of take place that are chaotic. Okay? I hope this has been helpful. Please subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.